Hey guys, Adam Ballard here from MCC340, digital content production at Murdoch University. Now, it's towards the end of the semester and it's full on at the moment, and I am a little bit behind on my vlogs, but it's all good. Today we're going to be discussing just a few world political, social, cultural issues and stuff like that that are happening in the world and within our own country, Australia, at the moment. There's, the Labor government's push on carbon tax, which has been passed in the Senate. Also, there is poverty, which is really important to me and one that we need to address. There's also the economic crisis that's happening in the US and around the world. And here in Australia, we have felt it, but nowhere near as much as other countries. So really, essentially, we're really lucky. There's the war in Iraq, and there's also liquor licensing and liquor laws as well that I'd like to touch on here in Australia that are changing, or currently changing. Let's jump into carbon tax. Now, I don't know a lot about it, but I've heard from a lot of my friends and a lot of people that I know that people aren't happy with the push that Labor government is trying to do at the moment with carbon tax. To be honest with you, I agree with it, and I know it's going to affect the local communities and stuff like that, and the people. But at the same time, they're not just trying to chuck a fee on their carbon footprints or anything like that. How I see it is that they're trying to get the big companies to change their ways to minimise their carbon footprints, to make them greener. And if they don't cooperate with that, then they're going to have to pay for it. And, I totally agree with that. These big companies, these big mining companies and stuff like that, that are putting a lot of, crap into our atmosphere and stuff like that, that are affecting climate change. I think those companies should have to pay for it if they don't decide to change their procedures, change their equipment and stuff like that to minimise and make their work greener. I think that we all have a responsibility to, to change what it is that we're doing, to make our environment cleaner and greener, in a way. And yeah, it's going to affect us. It will affect us, to be honest with you, the community, because if those companies don't decide to change what they're doing, then they're going to get fined. Are going to have to pay a lot of fees, and we're the ones that are going to have to pay for it in the long run. With our day-to-day shopping and necessities and stuff like that. Next thing I'd like to talk about is poverty and stuff like that, especially in Africa and India. And this is huge. There's big countries that have this problem, and it is a big problem for them. And I think that we all need to chip in and help out. And I do think that those countries specifically and their government has a huge responsibility to improve their standards of living and to help these people that are struggling. I do think that's really important, but some countries are corrupt and they don't give a crap unless you've got money, to be honest with you. But I think that the countries like us, we are a rich country, like other countries and stuff. We need to kind of own up and help out for these countries. And I know it's kind of not, it is our problem, but it's kind of not, because obviously they're looking after their own country and their allies and stuff like that. But I think that we all need to help out because it's the humane thing to do. And I mean, I'm always donating money to like World Vision and different companies that are organisations and fundraisers and charities and stuff like that. But if I had a choice and I had the money to do so, I would go over there and help out myself. But it's something that we really need to sort of consider to kind of help them out. There's also the war in Iraq and stuff. I don't really have enough knowledge about that, but I just think to myself, I don't think that we really need to be there. Our troops and stuff, and I know America's there and their troops, but I think that we can kind of be our own country as well and remove our troops from there. But anyway, I don't know enough about that, and I probably shouldn't comment about it, but anyway, I'm going to. Liquor licensing and stuff, there's a change in liquor licensing laws that they're trying to sort of get more laws in place, so pregnant women shouldn't be drinking or drinking as much, and there should be more warnings on bottles and stuff like that. You know what? To be honest with you, yeah, they should have done this a long time ago. That's how I see it. And I know that, especially with the cigarette packets and stuff, how they've changed the packaging and put warnings on them and stuff, and people think that's not going to change anything, but I think it's making a big change. And I think that we need to continue to do it because it affects me whenever I look at it and I'm like, ooh, that's disgusting. And they need warnings, and I think, you know, pregnant women and stuff like that shouldn't be drinking so much, and they need to warn them of the risks that they're making. Anyway, that's it for my vlog number 9. I'll catch you for vlog number 10 shortly.